who knows where I'd be without boxing. So that's why my goal has always been to give everything I can back to this sport and to help others because I love this sport.
All that stuff you just said don't mean shit. You never drew 100 million people or 70 million people to the fight, have you?
Around like 75 million.
You never helped boxing before. Boxing helped you.
But that's what the sport needed.
Fight.
No way. Bro, like, shut up. Are you serious?
I'm in the Hall of Fame. Where the fuck you been? Kick my ass. Motherfucker, fight me in the gym.
You just look like an idiot. Like, actually.
If you don't kick my ass, you gotta go.
That's crazy. Like, what is he doing?
Excuse me? You're not really relevant and stuff. You're not a real fighter.
How did we get here? It seems scary and it seems dark and...
You gotta be careful, you might get killed.
Don't do it. I can die.
911, what's your emergency, please?
No.
If you're gonna do it, do it.
You're gonna die.
Why?
Fuck you. Relax, man. Chill out. So you gotta be cool sometimes. You gotta pick your fights.
It's my moment and it's my era. I'm here for a long time. That's that. I want to be the last greatest ever. The last one to do it. There's no one greater than me.
Do you want to fight?
No.
Yeah. Fight?
Mike, no.
Why?
It's going to be a hard fight.
No, I would fight anybody. And I don't care who gets mad. Tell them to come see me.
I don't think they want to, Mike.
This is what we do. We hurt people. You know, fight.
What's going on?
You don't have to panic.
Like, it's always, we're never gonna have like a understanding.
Do it. Fight. I'm the king of the world. I'm God. I'm king of so many countries. I'm king of countries that don't even speak their language. You're nothing.
You're not a god.
This world can't exist without me. Man, please fight. I'm gonna kill you, mother.
Mike.
Ryan Garcia and Jake Paul are probably the most hated people in boxing right now. Now, both fighters have been under heavy fire recently for their crazy antics. Surprisingly, both Garcia and Jake Paul share a close bond with boxing legend Mike Tyson, with Iron Mike praising the two on multiple occasions. Mike Tyson has always hinted at being a massive fan of both fighters and has always found an opportunity to show his love for the two.
Jake Paul is obviously, you know,
He's
big.
beautiful. My family loves Jake Paul. Oh,
He's cool. Did you fuck him up?
Huh?
Fuck him up?
Oh, I'm so easy.
You think?
Yeah, but I would never. I mean, it's my family. Everybody loves this little white mother. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yo, wait.
He got balls. He got some balls. When you see a white boy with balls, you know, fuck. I'm talking about from real, but like, you motherfucker.
Yeah. But you would, but time out. Would you, wait, would you pop?
Mike Tyson might love these two boxers and appreciate what they're doing for the sport. However, the boxing world hasn't been kind to either Paul or Garcia. They've both been heavily criticized by the boxing community, which will be the main focus today. But let's start with Ryan Garcia, because he's found himself in some hot water lately, and it almost seems as if the latest controversy has ruined his career. In case y'all don't know already, King Ryan has been heavily criticized for testing positive in his last fight against Devin Haney. The boxing superstar lost plenty of fans after he tested positive for Ostarine, a banned substance. That resulted in him getting a 1-year suspension from the New York State Athletic Commission. If that wasn't enough, he crossed all the limits recently with his racist rant against black people and Muslims on social media. This led to him losing a huge chunk of his fan base. Not only that, he was also expelled by the World Boxing Council indefinitely. The boxing world was quick in sharing its reactions. Now, many felt that his outburst was due to his poor mental health, which seems to have worsened since his fight with Devin was announced. As such, not many were surprised or even offended by the guy's comments. Devin's father and trainer, Bill Haney, was among the first to react to King Rye's racist rants. While sympathetic towards King Rye, taking pity on his current situation, he made it clear that there was no place for such actions and the situation needs to be dealt with seriously. He also hoped that Garcia would seek immediate help and also condemned those close to him for not supporting him enough.
I'm definitely not happy to see the kid crashing out, I always try to be as optimistic as I can as just a human being, and I hope that, everyone could be with me in my most trying times, as well as him going through his or anyone in my family. These are the times that, we show our resiliency, we show our character. We don't get, we don't misrepresent what we represent, and that's positivity. And I know, dude, now it shows that, the upbringing, because I say more than any time, these are the times that having a dad who's been there on that roller coaster with you, that ups and downs, that their voice is loud and vocal at the top, as well as when you've hit rock bottom, so that team, I wish them well, but there's no place for that kind of talk, and particularly and directed, in the way that it's being directed, it's just no place for it. We have, in his case and boxers' cases as promoters and being self-promoters, there's things that you try to do to bring excitement to the event, excitement to your persona, and then there's reality. And we've all done things in the promotion that have been questionable, but there's no boxer, there's no event, and there's no place for that kind of language towards anybody, on either side. So I think that he should get help, and that's it. I don't believe in kicking a man while they're down. But he definitely should get help, and the people around him should step up and be held accountable and speak loud and be just as, happy that they can be there for Ryan during these kind of times. This is a time that you see what kind of team you got.
Devin's promoter, Eddie Hearn, however, was not surprised with Garcia's latest outburst and pointed out that he always found Garcia's actions suspicious. He also suggested that Garcia needed to receive treatment for his poor mental health, which he failed to recognize.
Expelled, I think was the word the WBC used. Just your original thoughts?
Yeah, it makes no difference to me what Ryan Garcia does. But, as I said before, I think the guy has a good heart. I think he's a decent person, but his head's fallen off and he needs help ASAP. I said this, I noticed this, the first press conference for Haney Garcia. I was looking at him going, well, what has happened to this bloke? I've met him a few times, and I looked at him, I was like, what has happened to this guy? And everyone was like, no, I think he's just selling the show, etc. Then I saw him at the press conference on Fight Week, and it was like even worse. He ended up performing pretty well in the fight. Obviously, we know maybe why, maybe whatever. But you could tell, after the fight, he turned out and he said, no, it was all a front. And everyone went, wow, I can't believe it. I told you it was all a front. And I'm thinking, no, it's not. And now, obviously, we're seeing it wasn't, and it isn't. And some of the stuff that obviously was said yesterday is it's kind of like the end of the road with it now. So people have had to intervene, like the WBC, even I think the family issued a statement. And hopefully that'll be enough for Ryan Garcia, or for even more people around him, to get him the help he needs.
Hearn went on to talk about how Garcia had been let loose for everything he said until now, but how glad he is about people finally realizing that King Rise seriously needs help.
I think it's easy for people to say he needs help, but what can people actually do when his family are the ones putting a statement out?
I had this with Scott Fitzgerald, right? Steve Wood sent him into rehab. You know, we helped him. He came out. I was talking to him all the time. I was trying to get him to, you know, see different people. There's only so much you can do. So now people are actually taking a stance on it, which is a good thing, and hopefully that'll be enough.
I know he was talking about going to spar Virgil Ortiz, but just in that, have fighters around him or fighters kind of goading him, have they got to take a step back as well? Because the more he gets goaded, the more he's going to continue.
Some of the
things, everyone just got to ignore
some of the things
Garcia.
that he said to fighters and some of the things he said about fighters' families are extremely personal. So you can't just expect people to go, give him a free pass for it. Do you know what I mean? But obviously people now realise that he's behaving that way and he has a problem. So you can at least, I guess, take it in a different kind of way.
Would you be happy to work with Ryan Garcia in the future if this is all?
Look, first things first, priority for him is get well.
So it's not unrepairable damage that he's doing at the moment?
I mean, very few things in life are unrepairable. But what he should be doing now is gearing up for the return. But he's got a long way to go till he could return to a ring.
King Rise promoter Oscar De La Hoya, meanwhile, condemned his fighter's actions and also shed some light on Ryan seeking help.
First of all, we at Golden Boy, including myself, we don't condone any, racism and any type of. It's just wrong. It's wrong, and it's not good what he said, and we strongly feel that. I just heard Ryan saying that he's going into rehab. It's a step in the right direction for him personally, but yeah, we at Golden Boy, and I've spoken to my partner Bernard Hopkins, and we just don't condone that. It's wrong. I don't know if it's his drinking. I don't know if it's him doing mushrooms and drugs and this. But when I listened to a video, and he was slurring and this, so he's in a bad place right now.
So it looks like Garcia's begun therapy, which is good news for him. However, it has seriously damaged his reputation and career. Now, he recently posted an apology video, which came a bit late, unfortunately. However, it remains to be seen if he can fix the damage that he's responsible for. Just have a look at a snippet of his latest apology.
Hi, everybody. I came on here just to express my actions for the last couple of months. And I'm sorry for how long it took for me to make this video. I woke up the next morning regretting everything I did and everything I said about Andrea. And I came on here just to say I'm sorry. Andrea, you're the mother of my children and somebody that I will always have love and respect for. You grew up me and you see me at my best. And now you're seeing me at my worst. Drea and everybody knows I have a lot going on right now. But I finally decided to get some help. I lost everything in the past couple of weeks. My boxing career and just so much other things. And I hurt Andrea. I hurt you. And I hurt our kids. I hurt everybody around me for my actions. I'm sorry because I know our kids are gonna watch these when they get older, and I'm so sorry.
It might already be too late for Garcia to fix his career considering the mess that he surrounded himself with. Speaking of Jake Paul, however, he might be on a similar path to self-destruction. You see, Mike Tyson is a boxing legend and an icon who is looked up to by millions of people around the world. At 58 years old, Tyson isn't capable of fighting in a professional bout. And considering Paul is a 27-year-old boxer with some professional boxing experience, this has angered many in the boxing community.
I mean, how old is Mike Tyson? 60?
57.
57. Jake Paul?
27.
You are a disgrace of a man. You are the epitome of weakness. You are the scum of the earth. The fact that you even have a platform or anything of that nature is a slight on society. You truly make me disgusted. And if I ever encounter you in real life, I hope that I just don't lose my shit and go to prison.
This thing is going to look terrible on TV. You think this thing is going to draw more than Mike versus Roy? You think this thing is going to draw more than Fury versus Francis? It's going to look ridiculous in an 80,000 seat arena. And what would be the reason that they're boxing? Money. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we understand that. That doesn't work. It's a flop. It's a flop. Floyd and Conor in the fight capital of the world did less than 12,000 tickets. Come on, man. In Texas? Come on.
And Tyson, I don't care who you are, nobody's above Father Time. Tyson's what, like 6 years old, I think?
Tyson is 57.
57.
And Jake Paul is 27.
Yeah, you know, man, that you know, no matter how much of an athlete and mean Tyson was in his prime, this is way past his prime. So I just don't know how much of Tyson is left, you know? All these heavyweights that Tyson's been fighting, those shots just don't go away, you know? He's gotten hit by some of the hardest hitters that ever walked planet Earth. Dead square on the jaw, so that only gets worse with time, you know. So could Jake beat him? Yeah, but is that Mike Tyson? No, it's not fucking Mike Tyson. We all know who Mike Tyson is, but obviously he's not fighting Mike Tyson. He's fighting the shuttle Mike Tyson. So I don't know, man. I maybe I overthink things like this in this matter too much, but there's too much.
So this is a lose-lose for Jake Paul. You can't go out there and potentially beat up Uncle Mike, the guy that's so loved by the world. You don't get no cool points for that. Let's say you go in there and you do beat up Uncle Mike. So you think now people are gonna respect you. Oh, Jake Paul, yeah, you beat Mike Tyson, 58-year-old Mike Tyson. No, you're not gonna get the respect for that. In fact, I think it'd actually be worse. People might hate you more because it's Uncle Mike. Everyone loves Uncle Mike. But on the flip side, you go out there and you get put to sleep, which is a possibility because Uncle Mike still has that punching power. He's still ferocious and he will still come at you. You go out there and get put to sleep. Let's just go ahead and sign the death certificate of your career. There's no more career after that.
There's multiple things that come to mind. Number one, it's Mike freaking Tyson against Jake Paul. There's like a 30-year gap between them. So that's interesting. Number two, it's at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. That's like 80,000, that's where the Dallas Cowboys play, for those that don't know. Like, that's a gigantic stadium, one of the biggest stadiums in the world. So that's a huge deal. That's not just some arena. And number three, it's on Netflix, and this is Netflix's first foray into, you know, live combat sports. Of course, a few weeks ago, they broke massive news when they signed the deal with WWE, and we all thought that that was going to start in January of 2025. Now here we get this on July 20th. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to have their say. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be upset about this. I see KSI tweeting about it, and some people seem to love it, some people seem to hate it. But one thing about Jake, he knows how to create headlines, and I have a feeling he had this in his back pocket leading up to that Ryan Borland fight.
Are you looking forward to the Tyson fight with Jake Paul?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it.
Do you wish it was a sanctioned fight and not an exhibition like it's going to be?
No, because I would feel really bad for Jake Paul. I don't want him to get hurt.
These are just a few experts who reacted strongly to Paul fighting Iron Mike Tyson. Now, there are many others who are disappointed with Paul marketing this fight as the biggest fight ever. However, Paul doesn't seem to care and has ignored the criticism. Boxing icon Sugar Shane Mosley recently broke down this fight and shared an interesting opinion on Mike Tyson. Mosley feels that 58-year-old Mike Tyson still has it in him to fight Jake Paul. Now, he provided an interesting analysis.
Me, I think that he's not too old. I think that he is too old, but not too old for that fighter at 28 years old because Jake Paul's only been fighting for 4 years. I think that he has a big advantage because of the experience. Now, the guy had experience and he started boxing Jake Paul when he was 8 years old or 9 years old, something like that. Yes, he would be too young for Mike Tyson. But since Jake Paul's only been boxing for 4 years, no amateur experience, it's gonna be very, very hard for him to get past Mike Tyson. But we will see. He works very hard. He trains hard every day. He has a great team, great coaches, but sometimes you need a little bit more experience. And I think that's what's gonna be the problem in this fight, is experience. I think Mike is already a hero already. I think he's already a hero and he's already made his claim in the boxing world. I think this is more for Jake to be, a real fighter or fight fight a real fighter, and quite frankly, like Mike Tyson is very hard, and he's still Mike Tyson. So it's going to be a great fight. And I take my hat off to Jake because he actually dove right in and trying to fight a great. Even though he is 58 years old, he still punches harder than a lot of guys that could be 20, 30 years old. It doesn't matter how old they are. He still hits hard.
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson is going to be a massive fight. However, the repercussions will be felt only after the fight takes place on November 15th. But I want to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think of Ryan Garcia's latest controversy? Y'all think this is the end of his career? And also, y'all think that Jake Paul might quit boxing after fighting Mike Tyson? Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.